Hello, Erin here. Welcome back to my channel. I do have a scrapbook layout for you today, and I've got a bunch of photos here. We are going to be using the Wildflower Birthday collection from Stampin' Up. This is a scrapbooking workshop. So this is my mom and I, and I'll tell you more about the photos as we put this layout together. But we were celebrating my mom's birthday. So I don't have traditional like blow out the candle type birthday pictures, but we were just antiquing, visiting some fun little bakeries, and spending time doing what my mom enjoys doing for her birthday. So I think that this will be fun to tell that story, even though we're not, traditional birthday looking photos. So we have a workshop guide here, and you can see these beautiful pre-designed layouts. I am inspired. I love them all, but I'm really inspired by this one. Now I have a lot more photos, and I'm going to switch it up. They've got this paper in the background, and while there are blues in the photos, I think I want to use this paper here with a more blue-green color. So in the workshop, we've got a sheet of punch outs, little journaling spot, some, layering bits, cake. This is really cute. And then there is a sticker sheet with titles, more florals, some border strips, little labels for layering and adding little word sentiments. These are more punch outs. You got some birthday like confetti border strips. You've got some leaves for the florals. And then we have all of this gorgeous pattern paper. I do want to show you really quick, you get these photo place card holders if you want to recreate the layouts without your photos, if you don't have the photos yet. And that way you can just add the photos into the spots later. And then coordinating cardstock, you need to create those layouts. So you can see here, again, there's lots of blues. The background is actually the same color, but we've got pink. My mom's wearing pink. We've got some greens and more like the turquoisey color. So I kind of like the vividness of these colors here. How perfect is that? The turquoisey, my mom's wearing a pink vest, and then the little plants, we've got the green there. It was just made for this paper collection, right? So I also have, let me scoot these out of the way. Actually, I'm going to leave those there for just a moment. Again, this is the workshop. There is a paper pack that has a little bit different pattern papers. They're similar, but they are different at the same time. So if you're in my private customer appreciation Facebook group, I did a in-depth deep dive on the difference between the workshops and the paper collections, but let me show you right here. So these are very similar, but you can see that the one in the regular paper pack has gold foiling and this one does not. So sometimes the papers will be a little bit more muted, so they are better suited for scrapbooking. I think both of these are fabulous, and I have a lot of fun plans for these papers. Here's another example. This one here, very similar to this one, but again, you have the gold foiling. What I love about this particular collection are all of these punch outs. You get two sheets the same, and they're gorgeous. These do have gold foiling, and they're just really, really, really pretty. I love having all of this ephemera. This little banner piece is super cute. So I am going to have fun using bits and pieces from both of these. I also bought both because the creative design team has a very fun birthday card event coming up very soon. I will, of course, have all of the event details and registration information listed in the description box below. I'm going to share more about that event here in a moment, but let's get started. So I think I want to use these. I want my scallops going down on both sides. And again, that is in lieu of the blue background there. I might swap this out. So keep in mind, whatever you change might change a different layout. So you can see they've used this paper in the background here, but really there's just a little bit of that paper showing. So I can easily recreate this layout and just substitute some pool party cardstock, and it's really not going to change the overall look of that layout, as to where this one you see a lot more of the pattern. For my photo placement, this is my favorite photo, and I'm thinking that one will kind of be the main focal photo. Then we'll have some supporting pictures, maybe something like this. And then I've got 3 I can put on the other side here. So these are all 3x4s. These are 4 by 5.5. And let's see, maybe something like that. or we could even just do these like that. So if you had two 4x6s, you could stack them. I may change these around, but we're just kind of playing for now. Following along the workshop guide, I did trim these pieces down. So I have not cut that kind of orangey color yet because I'm not sure I'm going to bring that in. So I went ahead and cut these two down, and I'm going to position them here so that the margin around that blue piece is even, top, left, and bottom. Let's bring our photos back in. And now we have these two that were the offcuts of those. So we'll save those for the other side. I will put the little dovetail banner in the bottom of those, but I'm going to wait to make sure everything fits into place before I add that dovetail. So I could cut these down, but let's see what it looks like as the remaining piece left over from the left-hand side. That photo actually fits on that stripe piece perfectly, so I think I'm going to leave it this full size. Both of those pattern papers on the right-hand side are 11 inches wide. Now I've got some blueberry cardstock, and I think that's going to look really nice behind my photos. What if we kind of have an idea here? Maybe matting these all as one. Sometimes that's so much easier. We can kind of create a block, and then that would leave a spot there for journaling underneath the photo. So I went ahead and committed to that. We'll bring these in. I like the way they looked kind of, collaged on the page, but I think this will look really nice also. I cut additional mats for this side, so we'll mat this one. You can see what a big difference that makes against that background. And then these two 3x4s, I will mat those as one. I'm pretty decided on the layout base. Now we can take a look at our embellishments and title options. I did pull off Special Day, and then I have some punch outs and then the leaves here. So this is the sticker sheet. I grabbed the title from here, and there's more stickers with florals, but these are from the punch out sheet. For my title, I have a couple different placement locations. The first one would be up top above the photos, Special Day. Now, if you look at the layout design, they have Love This off to the side. So we could also bump this down to this space under my photo. Let's bump this down, and then we could use this section for journaling. I do like that. Let's go ahead and dry fit some flowers to see how we like those. Now, I chose Special Day rather than Love This because it was a special day, and it's pink and coordinates with this layout very nicely. I'm going to go ahead and commit and trim a dovetail in this. Now, I see all the time people folding it over. I'm really trying not to grease the paper. The few times I've tried this, it just feels so awkward, but I'm trying it again because this is a wide piece, and the wider the piece, the harder it is to eyeball and get it perfect. So I think that worked pretty well. And yeah, I like it. So we'll slide that back in here. That adds so much character. I love doing this little design technique. Before I get too carried away with the embellishing process, I am going to take a moment to add some Night of Navy ink to my paper edges here, just to kind of give those a little separation. All right, the birthday card details. This is going to be so much fun. Registration closes on the 15th, so you only have a few days left. But there are 14 pre-recorded classes, so every day you will be treated to a new class where you will learn a card design with techniques, several examples of that same design, and then you also get a printable handout for each and every class. It's going to be a lot of fun, and you'll have a ton of birthday cards. I wanted to show you, I am grabbing this floral cluster. That is from the paper pack with all those punch outs that I showed you earlier. I also really like this banner, and then maybe some of these cakes. So let's go ahead, and I like this. I like how it has the blue leaves and the little pop of gold. So I'm thinking about using that to kind of create this cluster over on the left-hand side. And then, of course, we want to create another cluster all the way over on the right, just to kind of draw your eye across the layout. And then we have this cute little banner. Maybe somewhere up at the top we could put this, maybe in the center. There's lots of places you could actually work this in. Don't like that. Definitely not there. Let's leave it there for now. One more thing about the birthday card event, even though we're focusing on birthdays, you can swap out the paper and the sentiments for any occasion. So it's really a great tool that you can use over and over and over again. So let's take a look at these cakes. And then I do have one more floral cluster we could put there, but the cakes kind of look really fun here too. So now to decide what color, I like the pink one, but I think this one shows up better and it adds that little gold. So maybe if we tuck some flowers here, we have, you know, kind of this awkward spot beneath the cake. So maybe if we put some of the florals and leaves, and then I grab some smaller flowers from the punch outs to fill in this side. I don't want to cover the cake stand, but I do want to kind of finish off that area. There's another cake on the sticker sheet. Now this one's kind of that pretty teal color, so that wouldn't really stand out on my background, but I wanted to show that to you as another option. So I'm going to cut these down. I went ahead and got them adhered to my base, and now we can attach these photos here and then move on with the fun embellishing. So I did cut the blue paper to 11 inches, and then the stripe paper is 10 inches at the point. Let me bring these embellishments back in, and then I have an idea for the leaves to make them a bit more interesting. So they're kind of flat, so there's a few things you can do to make them more dimensional and give them a little bit of character. So let me scoot this out of the way, and then this is the pierce mat from Stampin' Up. You just want a cushy foam surface. I have my embossing stylus and I'm like scoring a vein down the center of the leaf. Be careful not to push too hard because you can tear through. And then you can just fold it along that, and you can already see they're more dimensional. And the score line will stay, even though they might flatten out a little bit in your album, they do just kind of retain that little bit of texture when you shape them like that. So you can also add ink to the edges. I have Old Olive ink because that's the same. We just want a little darker, just to kind of give them a little shadowing and just on the edge there. So these are kind of small. I'm actually going to grab my foam brush here so I can really target the edge of that. You can, of course, use the leaves as is, keep it super simple and fast, but I find that when you add this little extra detail, it really does make a big difference. So actually what I'm going to do here is I want that little vein to show up a bit more. So let's fold that so we're just hitting the little exposed, like where the vein is. Sorry, I'm off camera there just a bit. I am running over just the fold crease with my foam tool to highlight that so it just stands out a bit more. So now when we tuck those in there, see what a big difference that makes? Love it. I'll go ahead and do the same technique to the rest of the leaves. And let's maybe tuck this one here. We need a little greenery on this side. Yep, it's good. I'm going to work on this embellishment cluster over here. Now you'll notice if you look over on the left, we have gold foiling here, but none over here. So I want to make sure to add a touch of that gold sparkle. So we've got some tiny little punch out leaves we can tuck in just to keep that consistent throughout our clusters. This collection is called Wildflower Birthday, so it obviously lends itself well to birthday, but if you look at the cakes, the ones without candles could be like a wedding cake or bridal shower cake, and if you want to leave the cakes off altogether and just use the florals, it really would be great for any occasion where the photos complemented these colors. I printed my journaling out on cardstock and cut that into strips. I'm going to go ahead and finish gluing these bits down. In my journaling, I talked about how my mom had just recently celebrated her 72nd birthday. So we enjoyed the day exploring antique stores and cute little bakeries. And my mom is always a good sport. I'll tell her, hey, go pose with that truck or lamp post, whatever it may be. And she just does it. And we always have a good time. Originally, I was going to use this for additional journaling, but I ended up not needing it. So I've got this Stamp and Die set, Birthday Celebrations. It does coordinate with this collection, but the dies have this fun pocket, lots of great numbers. You can make banner elements. They've got the little banner tails there. So let me show it to you in the catalog. Lots of card examples. You can see how they use the pocket and the numbers there. There's a look at the dies. And even if you turn the page here, you can see how fun is that little banner with the pocket shape. I mean, just so many clever ideas. So what I'm thinking about doing is using the numbers. So I cut 72 in gold foil, and then I cut a circle here. So I wanted a darker background, so those numbers really pop off that background. Let's go ahead and adhere these. I did cut that circle from Boho blue cardstock because I didn't want it to be the same blue as that background paper. My thinking is to add this to the embellishment cluster over here. So it's always a fun idea to put like the birthday number highlighted on a circle, or maybe if you're documenting an anniversary, you could put what number anniversary it is in this same manner. So I'm not sure, it's kind of over my photo, and I really would like it more over my mom's photo. I've grabbed some more florals here to kind of fill in this gap and attach the circle to the cluster. So we've got all of these extra little floral bits that are so pretty from the punch out shapes. Again, I'm not loving that that is over my photo. I'd like it to be attached to my mom's, so let's bump it down. And really it doesn't matter because the whole birthday's about, or the whole layout's about my mom's birthday, but let's just play around with it and see what it likes. So we're just flipping it. And again, I'm just kind of bridging the gap, connecting the circle to that floral cluster here, so everything works well with the number design. We don't want to cover that up. Now in my left hand floral cluster, that one had blue leaves. There are some blue leaves in the punch out sheet. So I grabbed those to tuck them in just to kind of replicate what we have on the other side. And you know what? I don't think I like it as much. I think the weight of that blue circle looks better pushed out to the outside edge of the layout. I paused the camera and stared at it for a while and then moved it back to the outside edge, but it still needs to be up over that photo. So I'm going to go back to the original, and then I will go ahead and get all of these little bits attached to the layout so you don't have to watch me, gluing all of these bits and pieces down. Let's get that little gold foil in there. So if you are feeling this is a bit too busy, I took my Cricut spatula and just pried this up just so I could show you. I really love it, but I just wanted to give you another idea. So I've trimmed this piece of white cardstock to the same 11 inches, and then we have 6.5. So you can see how that gives you some white space, kind of gives your eye a place to rest, and you would just carry that over to meet here. So you would need a 4.5 by 11 sheet of white paper for this side. And like I said, that just kind of scales it back just a bit if you don't like all of the different pattern papers. But I think it's really fun, and this is, tone on tone, and it's kind of a soft background. So to me, I think it complements it rather than detracts. We of course had to add a little sparkle, so these are the purple adhesive back sequins, and I added them to each cluster. Let me hold that up so you can see those. There's pink, kind of a purpley tone, and then the white, so you can kind of pick the ones that best match your layout. And of course I have all of the birthday card information linked below, along with all of the supplies I used to create this layout. And if you have not already checked out the rest of what the creative design team has created, click this playlist right here on the right for tons of birthday layout inspiration. Happy crafting, everyone!